So we're back with the second part of our E3 sort of teaser, gameplay, reactions, I guess you could say. And this is Ghost of Tsushima, or Tsushima, I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's Tsushima, the E3 2018 game demo. Now, to put this into context, Sucker Punch, the guys who make Infamous, announced they were going to be moving on from Infamous. They weren't going to make any more Infamous games. And they decided to go with Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is essentially just a... from what I can assume, I'm assuming, before we go into this, so you have my sort of interpretation before we actually look at it, is because I'm taking sort of the open world element of Infamous and then the ancient samurai thing and just sort of putting the two together, and I'm going to say it's like maybe an open world samurai RPG kind of game, sort of kind of like, you know, like Horizon Zero Dawn sort of springs to mind, maybe like a Elder Scrolls game potentially, sort of similar to that kind of vibe, sort of the whole ancient sort of thing. Assassin's Creed Origins is probably the best one I compare it to, because it's ancient Egypt. But we are now about to watch it and probably be proven wrong on all of them things. Like I said before with the Last of Us trailer, if there's anything that comes up on the top left of the screen, I will just move my face cam, so don't panic if I suddenly start moving my own face around. But yes, without any further ado, let's watch the 8-minute 50-second gameplay demo of Ghost of Tsushima. Here we go. Make container. I love seeing this. PlayStation. I love seeing that even more. Wow, looks good. Graphically, very impressive. Oh. Wow, graphically that is very impressive. Mongol invasion, day 9. That's interesting. That's very interesting. People grieving at a grave? Ah, the iconic sort of tree. I don't know what they're called. Freddy's gonna hate me for not remembering that. He knows what they're called, and they're fucking awesome. He's got one himself. He's fucking so sick. Wow, that's quite interesting. Wow. Otsuna grasslands. Or grasslands. Wow. That is beautiful.
Nobu, come!
So, a horse. Now, with the horse thing, I'm getting a very Witcher 3 vibe. Sort of how you've got a horse, the horse comes to you, and stuff like that. I'm just going to turn this down a little bit so you guys can hear me better. Definitely getting a very Witcher-esque vibe from that.
Where are they?
The one thing I really like is the dynamic, like, horse sounds. Okay, he runs quite funny. That would offer a few cheap laughs. Okay.
Enough.
Before we carry on with this, there's one thing that I'm noticing that I'm not enjoying or not liking. He's speaking in English. Now for me, I know it might be just me, but if I play a game with samurai, I would rather it was done in Japanese, Chinese, whatever you want to do it in, with English subtitles. Because for me, that makes a far more authentic and immersive experience. Having it in English takes away that element of ancient Japan. If you ask me personally, I don't know what they spoke in ancient Japan. Probably ancient Chinese, ancient Greek, not Greek, what the fuck? Ancient Greek, ancient Japanese maybe, just Japanese, just something like that. But the fact it's in English so far is bugging me a little bit. But we'll see what happens. That's not English, I'll tell you that much. Whoa. Damn. The combat looks very smooth. Oh my god. It looks, like I said, very witchery. Looks very witchery.
Jin, you're late.
You're impatient. Where's the monk?
The bastards beat me to him. Now they're torturing him at the temple.
Come on.
You think the monk's a hero?
We need him, Masako. Down.
Okay, so there's some option for stealth.
No. Remember Sago Bridge? We strike quietly. They kill the monk.
So stealth is an option.
I'll guard the exits.
That temple is very sort of run down, worn out. Okay, so now I'm seeing very, very clear elements of Infamous Second Son. Whoa, that's cool. That's really cool. Sort of the very parkour sort of element of Infamous Second Son.
Please, I do not understand.
As you can choose like who you're gonna jump on, yeah? Whoa. Okay, that looks like some sort of like special ability. How you can like sort of slow time down-ish. Okay, that's very cool. How you can sort of get people through like the sort of papery walls. That's very cool.
We have to move.
Okay, that's quite cool. The thing is, I'm not very switched on when it comes. Whoa, okay, that made me jump. Whew.
Masako!
Stand aside, Jin.
Whoa,
You
okay.
betrayed my family.
Run! If we fight, Mongols win.
The Mongos.
They already won.
Oh, what? Are we gonna get our first look at a boss fight, maybe? That is an insanely cool shot. I can appreciate that so much. I got shot to Joe. Oh, that's kinda...
You were my friend.
Give me the monk.
No.
One thing I'm noticing as well, really, really cool little detail, the leaves on the floor, they're all sort of moving as you move around. That's very cool. Very minor detail that I'm really liking the look of. Combat looks very smooth. I hope it's not always that camera angle, because I would rather be behind him. So the Mongos, I'm assuming, is the Mongolians, and they're now coming. Wow, that's cool. Very impressed with that. Very impressed with that. Let's just do the same as we did with the Naughty Dog thing. Stick it on the Sucker Punch logo. Actually, let's have a quick look, see if there's a release date, because there's no talk of a release date yet. No, nothing too yet. Let's just watch that end bit again. That was very cool. Very, very cool. Kind of like a, yeah, we're gonna fight, but we have bigger fish to fry right now. Very cool. Very fucking cool. Like I said, Sucker Punch logo, let's put it on that. I am very impressed with that. I am very, very impressed with that. Honestly, when I came into this, I was thinking, it's probably going to be like some kind of, sort of, you know, like Witcher, Infamous hybrid, you know, with like the free running of Infamous in like ancient Japan, with the you know, sort of like the gameplay characteristics of The Witcher, with the whole sort of medieval RPG. I say medieval, I don't really know. I really don't know much about ancient Japan. I'm quite special when it comes to ancient Norse mythology or Greek mythology or Egyptian mythology, but Japan I've never really like been able to dive into, which is one thing I hope this game teaches me about, because one thing that God of War really did was spiked my interest for Norse mythology and Norse gods and stuff like that. It really got me interested in the sort of the history and the mythology and what is legend and what is fact and stuff like that. And same with Assassin's Creed. I didn't know anything about Egyptian history until I played that game, you know, and you learn a lot about the gods, the legends, the facts, the history behind it all. And obviously when it comes to Greek culture and Greek stuff, not culture, but Greek history and stuff, all the old God of Wars that I've sort of, the ones that I did play, you know, you learn a lot in them as well. So having a game that would teach you a lot about the ancient Japanese gods and what was history, what was fact, again, like I said, or what was legend, sorry, would be really, really interesting, a really cool concept for me to dive into, especially because I've never played anything quite like this. I've never really played anything sort of like ancient Japan samurai-esque. You know, I'm really excited to see it from Sucker Punch, because Infamous Second Son, I went back and played that a couple of weeks ago to platinum it, and the graphics on that are very, very, very good, and that was 2014. So to see what they're going to be releasing in 2018, maybe even 19, I'm very, very excited for. Gameplay wise, some bits look a bit clunky, but bearing in mind it's still an early game, it's not going to be out for a little while. I'm still very, very excited to see what they do with it. Like I said, it looks very Witcher-esque and sort of like Horizon Zero Dawn, with that you like ride horses and big open world, sort of beautiful landscapes. I really like the fact it's set in the sort of the what was it called, like the Mongol invasion, which I'm assuming is Mongolian. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about Japanese or Chinese history. I'll probably actually, like, you know, read about it after this, just to scrub up on it or whatever. But I am very, very excited for this game now. Ghost of Tsushima looks really, really interesting. Looks really, really fun. Graphically very impressive. Combat looks very smooth. I kind of want it to be so I'm over his shoulder though, so I'm like behind him like The Witcher. I'm not really a fan of the whole sort of cinematic side-on thing where they're fighting like sideways. I didn't really like that, but I mean, if that's a setting, or they're just doing that for the gameplay demo to make it look more cinematic, that's fine with me. As long as you can change it in the final build of the game or the retail version of the game, that would be very, very cool. And obviously, like I said, I mean, the option to play it in Japanese will be there, so I might just play it in Japanese with English subtitles, because that will fully immerse me into the game and make me, you know, potentially enjoy the game a lot more than I would if it was all English, because I like to have that sort of immersion level and that sort of authentic experience as such. But I'm very, very excited for Ghost of Tsushima nonetheless. Now, if you guys have enjoyed my reaction to this video, please remember to smash the thumbs up button and subscribe just down below if you haven't already. It is free after all and would really, really help me out. And just to chuck it out there as well, if you haven't already, please remember to jump over to my Twitch channel, link in the description, and go give that a follow. I will be streaming on there very, very soon for some Fortnite content. But until I have a new video after tomorrow's Walking Dead stream, I will see you guys then with my Death Stranding trailer reactions. So yes, I'll see you guys on Saturday with my Death Stranding gameplay reaction. Until then guys, I'm your boy CeeGee, and I'll see you then with a brand new video. Goodbye.